not only did they drop a new set today with Celestial Guardians and new missions and everything, but they also dropped a new solo battle event for all the Rayquaza lovers. We got Rayquaza EX, and it's all going to be under the battle tab, obviously. And we're going to go through it really briefly, and I'm going to explain a few things. It's not really changed too much. Some of the missions have changed just a little bit, but this one's just knock out your opponent's active Pokemon one time with an attack from a lightning type Pokemon. Put 3 basic Pokemon into play. You got the first time rewards. This one's going to be the same, but 2 times you'll knock out their Pokemon with a lightning type Pokemon. Put a stage 1, win it by turn 14. The next stage, third one, is going to be knock out your opponent's active Pokemon 2 times, same thing. Common rarity, that's going to be the next one, excluding 4 diamond cards. Win this by turn 14 and win without your opponent getting any points. Last one, it's similar to the last one, but you're winning by turn 12. And then you got to win 10 or more battles in a row, and then 20 or more battles in a row. So it's not too bad. They do guarantee you a pack when you go through these the first time, so there's a chance that you get 2 promo packs right off the bat, which is actually really cool. I'm glad that they made that change. It just means that you're going to be able to open up a lot more packs. I think they did lower the amount of the event hourglasses that you can get. I believe before it was like 17, 19. This time it was 15. And I'm pretty much done with them, you can already see. But that's kind of it. The decks are pretty easy. They don't bring out Rayquaza all that often because just of all the cards in the setup they need to use, like I don't really see it. So it's kind of an easy deck. The only issue I have is when they're able to rare candy Integra Ninja. But this deck that I've been using has been pretty good. I haven't really had any issues. I've been able to go through all the missions and be able to do this without my opponent getting any points. And whenever I turn 12, I know everyone's tired of the Magnezone, but Magnezone is good for a reason. But yeah, that's kind of this one. I'm thinking maybe you can throw a Pokemon Communications, get rid of Sabrina and Cyrus possibly, but this has still worked pretty well for me. But that's the deck that I'm using. Other than that, we're gonna go in just so you can kind of see a little bit of how it plays, and then we're gonna open up a bunch of packs. I actually currently right now have 21 packs that have just been sitting there. An ideal, you want to start with Helioptile, which is great. Helioptile, by the way, being one of my favorite Pokemon. I love it. Okay, so I lied to you. I said I never see Rayquaza, and I didn't lie to you. I didn't, because I usually don't. But we're gonna see how this plays. We have a good setup. I just wish that we went ahead and went first maybe, but we're gonna be able to do 60 damage because he's weak to us. But yeah, I have 21 packs that we're gonna get through. We're not gonna probably open all of them, as I'm only gonna need to open up the packs that until like we get all 5 new promos. But yeah, this deck is just engineered to be quick, get him out of the way, and then obviously that's with Heliolisk. And then with Magnemite, you're just building up so you can do massive damage if it has to come to that. It shouldn't really need to. Yeah, so you might want the Cyrus for that, but I mean, as long as they don't have the giant cape, you're going to be able to KO the Froakie and the Manaphy pretty quickly. We're going to start ramping up him, knock him out. And if we're able to get a Cyrus, maybe that puts us in a good spot, but probably not. Also, you gotta check out the last video I made. It's crazy. I know everyone says, "Oh, you know, check out my last video. You know, support the channel." But I'm gonna be honest with you. It was kind of rough at first to get through it, but at the very end, I think there is some redemption, and I was honestly very shocked and surprised and happy that that happened. You can just see how tough it is. Like, what are they gonna read? Obviously, the AI isn't great at all. Like, it's not good. But you would expect it to be a little bit better because look, like I'm able to just knock it out already and then just win. This is why this deck is so good, because you just apply the pressure right away. Now, this isn't going to be a meta deck. This isn't a deck that you're going to be using on ranked at all. This is a deck that I made myself to get me through these challenges as quick as I possibly could. Because you saw I won before turn 12, and then I went ahead and I didn't lose any points at all. We're going to go through it one more time just to give you an example of how it plays. We're going to just recover the 1. Yeah, I had another one that I was making for Tapu Koko because it was pretty cool with Volt Switch. I think it's a really nice attack. It does 70 damage and then it switches into another Pokemon on the bench. And but it does cost 3 lightning energy. That's the only thing, but it is a basic Pokemon. It was interesting. It was a fun play, but it was a difficult play for sure. Okay, this stage, this is kind of like worst case scenario, so we're going to see how we play with this. Just keep in mind, no matter what, like we're always going to have the type advantage. But I'm thinking I probably will have to put my Magneton out there just so I can start racking up a lot more energy. Because I don't think it does me any good keeping just a regular Magnemite out there. So we're gonna sacrifice a few turns. Oh, look. Perfect. That's why we got the X speed on there. Now, obviously, in any deck, just so you know, because if you use this and you're like, you know what, it didn't work the way it was. It just didn't feel right or whatever. Keep in mind, in every deck, you guys already know that if you just get the wrong cards, which is always possible, it's gonna be a difficult play. But for the most part, this deck has been a win for me when it comes to this solo battle event. Also, check out the celebration stuff that we got going on. Like you can see their playmat, you can see their card sleeves and everything like that. So it's actually pretty cool. I hope we get Heliolisk. There we go. Nice. We're gonna Giant Cape. Although if he does have, I'm gonna Giant Cape the Magneton too. If he does have Greninja next, we do lose our Heliolisk. And I'm gonna just keep, yeah, I know I could Sabrina out or Cyrus, but I don't think that was a play. I think I want the Frogadier to take the damage. Okay, so he doesn't have Greninja. I could switch into my Magneton and knock him out with that. Yeah, I was definitely thinking about throwing in some Pokemon communications, but I just don't know where I'd be able to fit that in there, to be honest. But I mean, the deck plays fast enough, like no matter what you pull, usually. Man, I hope you guys have been having good luck though, opening these new packs. They're honestly a lot of fun to go through. Okay. So this is the point. Okay, so this is why I said this is kind of like worst case scenario that I've been able to see with them is when they're able to rare candy their Greninja out. So if we get Magnet, here we go. That is a worst case scenario. You get rare candy Greninja out, but dude, look at this. You don't even gotta worry. See, I could build a deck. Maybe not from ranked, but oh man, don't even get me started about ranked. Ranked was so tough. I ended in Ultra Ball rank 4, and I could have just done like 8 more wins. And it was just, honestly, it was just so challenging. And I don't like using meta decks. I like building my own deck and just making my way, but it's difficult to do that in Pocket. So at the very last moment, like 30 minutes before I started using the Giratina Darkrai and Dredagon deck, and oh my gosh, I started going on a win streak in Ultra Ball Rank 4, and I wish I had switched a lot sooner because I probably would have made it to Master Ball. And now I will never have that emblem, and it's just gonna haunt me. But hopefully our luck starts turning around, and we're gonna open up some packs. I really think some really good feedback is if you stack these up, that it would just rip a 10-pack. I think that'd be so cool and so fun. There's a lot of new promo cards. Also, like, they announced on their Twitter that there is upcoming events going on. So they're gonna have a Lone and Ninetales event. Nice. We got the Rayquaza EX already. But yeah, there's like 3 events coming out. Saying Ranked is coming out soon. I'm guessing in the next few days or so. I don't think it would be a long wait. Alright, 3rd pack. Come on, let's go. We're getting them. We're getting them. I know I didn't go over it, but you're going to see all the cards right now. You have an option, or not an option, but you have the chance of getting Execute, Froakie, Farfetch'd, Rayquaza, and then Rayquaza EX. So there's 2 different Rayquazas in there. I think Farfetch'd and Froakie are existing cards just with new, so is Execute. Pretty cool. Now the only one we're missing is the regular Rayquaza. I'm only gonna open up until I get all of them. And yeah, I don't know. Last time I opened up, I don't know, like 17, 19 packs of the last solo battle event with Palmont, and I did not get the Bidoof at all. It wasn't until the next pack I opened off like the record that I was able to manage to get the Bidoof, which was annoying to me. Because you just don't want to worry about it, you know? You just want to be done and be like, okay, like, it's cool. But if you do end up getting all 5, that doesn't mean to stop. Like, you want to stockpile these because eventually we'll be able to trade promos, and who knows like how valuable those would be. Alright, bet. So we got the Rayquaza. We didn't do bad. We opened up how many packs? That is 5. We opened up 7. The only duplicates being Execute and Froakie, so it's not bad. Pretty solid. Alright, but that's it. You know, I'm going to go ahead and showcase and throughout the whole video that deck that I've been using. But you know what? Let's go ahead and open up just a pack. I got the pack. Let's go. And this is how we'll end the video. Hopefully with an immersive. That'd be really cool. Or with a crown card. Or nothing. It doesn't look like it's going to be anything. But we did get a new card. And we got an EX. That's not bad. Alright. Good luck, y'all.